Join me as I go into one of the most hated jobs in the Montero is to replace the heater core. As you can see, I've done some of the stuff in order to take off this whole dash. I would say not even 1/5 of the way in. So pretty much what I did to start was take out the easy part, which was the top cluster and the radio, the AC, and the lower little guard right here with the speaker. So in order to take off the top dash, which is this one, it has two nuts or screws right here on each side. You take off the cover. It has like a dust cap on top of it, or like an aesthetic cover on top of it. I have no clue how to take it off. Mine broke when I took it off. You can see partially it's there, and then you take off these two. And this one is held in by 4 screws, 2 on each side, 1, 2, and the other 2 same like that. Take that off, and then you'll be able to wiggle it up, and then you're gonna unclip that clip. I think the clip is on the back. To unclip it, yeah, you press on the back right here, and then it should just come right off. And then afterwards, what I did was take this off, take off the cover, which is just this one. There's 2 screws on top right here, 1, 2. Loosen that out and then just pry it right out. There's these little thingamajiggies in the back. And then afterwards, you'll be able to see the screws for the radio, which is these 2. Take that off, and then your radio should be able to move forward, and then you can unclip all your connectors from the radio, and then your radio should be free to sit in the back like that. And then after that, I haven't taken off this AC controller, so this is the first time I've taken it off, and it took me a little while to figure it out. But it's held in by 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. So there's 1 on here, and then 2 down there, and then the rest just goes into here. So you take that out, and so if you see on the AC controller, there are these little notches where this little cable eyelet goes through, so you have to squeeze in and then push it out. And then same on this one. So this is the top view, and then this is the bottom view. So squeeze it out and push it out. And this one is a little tricky, but so after you squeeze it out, you can, when it's sit like this, you can push it inwards to get some space. So you push it in. Oh, this, since it's here, it's kind of stuck on there. But after you've taken this off, you can push it in, and then you can like tilt it downwards inside to take off these plugs. If you haven't taken it off, it's gonna be a little sticky on there. I don't think mine's ever been taken off, so I had to use a screwdriver and shove it in there and then kind of pry it out. But yeah, there's spaces right here in the screwdriver, right over here, where you can just, as you press down on it, you put the screwdriver in and then push it outward, help it pry outward. So that should take off the plug, and then you should be able to, also on the inside, you should be able to like tilt it this way, where it sits in like that inside this little hole right here. So thankful for that, because these little cables are like held onto the box with this, and as you can see, there's a pry tab on there. So this sits on one side, and then this sits on the other. So if the cable sits like this on top, so this would be on the bottom, or if it like this, the cable sits on the bottom, and then the pry tab would be on top. So there's these holes for the pry tab. As you can see, you just kind of pry this with a screwdriver, this little end, and then you should be able to push it out. For all 3 cables, there's a pry tab somewhere. You gotta maneuver it inside, like flip it up, flip it down. There's plenty of space to move this thing around on the inside. And then after you get that, you should be able to pull it out through the front, and then set it aside. the next step that I did was to take off the steering column cover, which is held on by these 5 bolts. One right here, one right here, one right there, one right there, and then right there, and then it should just come right out. And 4 of those bolts right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one of them goes into the plastic box like that. So it sits on like that, and we'll just take out those 5 bolts and wiggle them out. There's 2 clips right here that I'm able to pry them out, and there's this rubber seal that sits on the keyhole ring right there, right around here. We're gonna take off these 3 bolts to take off this cover in order to take off the speedometer. There's a little clamp right there that fits in this little piece. So there's a little slot right there. You put in a flat driver, and then just kind of pry it out. Comes out. There we go. Screw in there, screw in here, and screw this come right out. But these are connected to the 4 connections right here, and then the 5th one, including this. But the times that I've taken it out, this kind of just pulled apart on this. But the first one over here, the tab's on the middle bottom, like that. You press it inward, pull it out. This one, it's on the top side right there. You can see on the middle. And then both the other sides, I believe those are on the bottom ones. Yep. The top one's on the bottom. You press it on the bottom, and then on the bottom one, it's on the top. So press it on the top. Take off the cover. There's 3 screws holding in the speedometer right there, and then you get a little wiggle room right here to loosen the connectors. I would start with the bottom first one because that's the one that's the most tightest. It won't give you the room, so after you unclip that one, it should give you a little wiggle room, and then a tiny bit more wiggle room, and then just kind of work your way. This is the one that's at the bottom. The clip is on the bottom. Press it down and then just kind of push it outward, pull on the wires, tiny force. This one sits on the top left. Push it in. This is that thing. And this one sits on the top, on the left side, so push them from the top. This one top. This one top also, or bottom. Yeah, I forgot what this one was, but it's on this side. I'm gonna hop on this side to take off this pieces, but first thing to do is take off the glove box, which is like tied onto there. This one taken off, and I'll show you this. It's way much easier than this one. So there's 2 holes right there. In the same hole, there's that one, and then there's another tighter one where that's where you clip onto. So you can push it out. That's where it would like normally sit in, and just push it in and kind of work its way in while it's in there, and then just you just need that much leverage to like get it out, so it just kind of falls out over there. Pretty much just push it in and then pull this little piece out, push it outwards. Come on, push it from inside. Yeah, there we go. Push it in, and then just wiggle it around. Twist it around, wiggle it around. And then it comes slide out. And then you're just gonna stretch it out, and then there's 2 screws right there. There's 2 screws that hold in these cover right over here and here. You take that out, and then the speaker should be on that cover. There's the 8mm on there. You take that out and just kind of shove it in there. Next, I'm gonna take off these screws, take these 2 bolts out, and then these 2 bolts out, and then there's inside one right here. There's that one, and then there's this one. Take those 2 out. Hopefully I can screw them in there. Yeah. Same thing on the other side. Take these 2 bolts out, and also take this stay out. This is what was holding the fuel filler door and the hood release latch. It goes right there, and then one more on the other side, somewhere over there. Just look for this silver thing, and there should be a bolt right in the middle. There's these big bolts. Let's say 14mm, I think. That goes right here. One right here. And then one straight behind the clock. And I'll move 2 here. Then there's one right here, and then one on the other side. So one over there. Vents, you just pry them like that, and then just kind of pull them up. Hopefully they don't break. Just like that, and then just kind of pull them up. Same on the other side. It should be 2 more bolts on this one. The passenger side, take off that one, and then take off that bolt afterwards. We're gonna go underneath to the airbag, take off the main stay, and then we're gonna take off these 2 bolts that holds in the airbag right there, that one. And hopefully the airbag should come off, and then we should be able to unplug it. After you remove those 3 bolts, it should, can we push it up from the bottom? The airbag should, see, I don't wanna push it too far. Pushing out that airbag should give you a little bit of space to see the connector. It's connected right here in the red connectors. You see that green, there's also green little tab on there, kind of holds it in. So open that green tab up, and then it should give you, there's a clip on here. So you should be able to press on it and then just pull it out, and it should be done right there. And that should just free up your, almost halfway through taking off the dash right here, and then there's these 2 plugs that goes to the center middle console and the clock. So to the side there's that clip right here, and on the left side it's for this one, so unplug it, and then the wire should just be free to come. So I kind of got in a pickle with the wiring for the AC. I still have one more clip that I can't get off from here. Tried to screwdriver and it didn't work, so I just kind of thought I'd leave it like this. So now I'm gonna try to figure out a way that I can still change out the heater core while being like this, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully everything. Before I do anything further, I'm gonna take off these 2 heater hoses from the engine bay, and then hopefully that should drain out some of the coolant. Where when I take the other, when I take the main heater core out, little to no spills. So on top of there, these little tabs, clip tabs or whatever, and then you just kind of pry it open, grab them, go underneath, and just kind of pry them open, and then you should pry them up. And I'm gonna try to go the easy way, and hopefully this works. So this is the view after you pull off the tab. We got this kind of door actuating thingy, kind of sits on like this. I just push the clip down and then scoot it that way, and then this kind of limits it. There's a limiter going somewhere here, but for this I just kind of use this tool, this little trim tool, to pry this side up from there, that side up from there. Then I just kind of push it forward, so it's kind of held on by this clip. I think you have to squeeze it, but hopefully I didn't break mine. I mean, hopefully everything's good. You can kind of pry on it and just kind of pop it upward, but I just kind of use that. I doubt that the way that I'm going right now, I think I have to take out the whole heater unit box. Hopefully I don't have to. I doubt this way is gonna work, but hopefully you'll see where it goes, and then you unscrew this one. Just kind of take that out of the way, and then hopefully the heater cord can slide upwards. If not, it'll go in a different way then. After about 2 hours of thinking, I found out you gotta take this off, which sits right there, and with 3 bolts, 3 screws right here, one over here, one over there in that corner, and then one right here. Yeah, there's 3 right there, and then there's a clip right here that this goes into. Push it up. This one goes in here. Push it up, and then undo this. Oh, there's no crap. Yeah, and then there's this little line that comes with it, so you gotta watch out for that. I undid it, but I took it off, but I don't think it needs to be taken off. But yeah, it comes off like that, and then it attaches to that one, and this one goes to the middle of the dash panel, right under the clock. Where's that little thing? There's also this small little thing that attaches to one of these, so it hooks onto. It's the same concept as the one that's taken off before. It hooks onto here, and then I believe it sits on like that. So there's that little tab. Kind of pull it up and then press it out while you're pulling it up. loosen up all these top bolts over here. That would give us some wiggle room to move all these stuff back and forth. That's top bolts and then bottom bolts too. There's a few right over here. And then I'll take this one off, which is this one and this one. Goes right there. Take that one off. I also took off the ECU holder screws. I think there were 4. I forgot which 4 there were. There's somewhere in here. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, there's 4. 1, 2, and then 2 on the side. Just through here. Oh my god, don't do it, guys. It's not. Just buy a 12-volt. I don't know if there's a portable heater that you plug into a car. It's way better to do it that way than this. Oh my god, I've been fighting with this for the longest. Like, I've been sitting here for an hour thinking about how to do it, and I just said, you know, F it, and then I said I'm just gonna pull it out no matter what breaks and stuff. But so far, I've taken off, loosened all those bolts, and I took off the foot cover thing and just held them by 2 screws, like by under here, like about here. Put a screwdriver there, put a screwdriver here. See that 2 holes, just go through, you unscrew that, and then just kind of unscrew these 2, and then I should be able to maneuver it out of there. But this one, the funny part about this one is these are 2 pieces, the heater piece, and then this is the evaporator piece. If I remember correctly, and these are like kind of snug, like they go up against each other, so this sits like right on here, and then kind of supports each other. So I just said F it, and I've been pulling it out. There's no way for me to like kind of move it around to like go around it, so I think somehow this gave away and came apart. That's a crack that I heard while I was just I was just pulling it out. According to the manual, I think the way that you do it is you gotta take everything off. You gotta take that off. I believe you gotta take that off, or you can just go out with this. You have to take off this little piece, which you have to take off this for. And then you have to take this bracket off, that bracket off, and then stuff like that. I don't know how to do it, but that's just a long array. I just thought hopefully, you know, I'll be able to pull it out. It seems I'm almost got it. You gotta one more give, push that way, push this way, and it should probably come out hopefully, and nothing's broken that much. I don't care if it's broken a little bit, but hopefully nothing breaks like drastically. Oh my god, it's finally out. Oof, it took forever. Oof, let me get a little bit of cool in there. Oh god dang. I don't even care if that tissue paper stays in there, but oh my god, all this. Whew. Just got the new here, aquarium, feeling hella accomplished. But wow, was that? I hope that was the color that it came in and not just rust. Hopefully that's the color that this was in. Really want to see what's inside there, like what color coolant comes out of there, if there's any scraps and stuff. But yeah, hopefully putting everything back together. Hopefully I can remember my ways and all the screws that I have extra. Hopefully everything goes in, but pretty much just kind of pried it in there, pried it open. Hopefully everything goes back together without any major cracks and broken stuff on this one. Yeah. Now putting everything back together, I'm gonna start, before I tighten that up, I'm gonna start with these 2 screws, and I'll put the foot duct thing back in, and then tighten the bottom screws before I go ahead and do that one up front, so everything's kind of pushed in inwards and right in the right place, because right now it looks not centered, the pipe's not centered, so I want to center it as much as possible. I want to get everything tightened up as much as possible to the original position before I center it back up. Got everything tightened up now. Put this on together. This one is a little not too exact fit as the old one or the one that was on the car. It's a little tight over at this area, and this one's a little slanted. But got everything tightened up. Hopefully nothing leaks from there. But I just poured some coolant through the outside, the engine bay holes, and there's no leaking on the inside. Hopefully, but then again, it's not pressurized. It's just free-flowing coolant going through. I wasn't looking for any freestanding water, but got those tied up, and then I'm gonna put the hoses back on the engine bay, and then I'm gonna do everything on the opposite way if I can remember, and hopefully all these screws will be on here and there'll be nothing wrong.